Becker, and you're watching, what's the name of this again? This Week in Backpacking. Okay, did you sign off on? Are we getting paid for this? We're not. Okay, you're fired. Where's my latte? You're fired. And you're fired just for sitting there. What's up, everybody? I'm Dan Becker, and you are watching This Week in Backpacking.
Welcome back to This Week in Backpacking. I'm your host, Miyagi, and I'm missing a co-host. That's right, she's down in sunny Florida with Mrs. Stringer. They're hanging out on the beach while I'm doing the show here. But fear not, I have a special guest co-host, and you may recognize him from World Hiking.
My name is Milos!
Milos!
Hi, buddy.
Welcome
Thank
back
you.
to the
Good
States.
here.
You just got off the plane from Greece. How was the plane ride?
Plane ride is never good when you get chicken here, goat here, and peck and nibble.
So, you weren't on a... What kind of plane were you on, Milos?
Well, you know, I go for discount flight.
So you were on a cargo plane?
What's you call the plane with the brrrr
Yeah,
on the
that's,
ball sound?
very
loud.
That's a cargo plane.
Yes, maybe for you call cargo.
Well, you made it safe. That's the important
Come
thing.
on, I make safe. Always safe.
So how was Greece?
Crete Island?
Yeah.
I got the knack for a special island this time. You know, I go island here, island there. Beautiful gorge, mountain, water, everything I need. Beautiful trails.
Speaking of trails, Milos, did you hear that the United States just designated 10 new national recreation trails? Let's check it out. In celebration of National Trails Day last week, Secretary of the Interior Deb Haaland announced 10 new national recreation trails in 8 states, adding more than 160 miles to the national trail system. The newly designated trails join a network of more than 1,300 existing national recreation trails, which can be found in every U.S. state. The National Recreation Trails Program is jointly administered by the National Park Service and the U.S. Forest Service in conjunction with multiple federal and nonprofit partners. The designation of a national recreation trail can be done by either the Secretary of the Interior or Secretary of Agriculture on existing local or regional trails with the consent of the federal, state, local, nonprofit, or private entity that has jurisdiction over the trail. The trail's managing agency or organization must apply for the distinction. The National Trail System, which includes National Scenic, National Historic, and National Recreation Trails, offers an abundance of opportunities to experience the majestic landscapes of the country and build awareness of historic events that have shaped the nation. A database of recreation trails across the United States is maintained through American Trails, a national nonprofit organization working on behalf of all trail interests. Check the links in the description of this video below to access the American Trails website and its listing of trails throughout the United States. Secretary Haaland has designated the following 10 sites as national recreation trails. Each will receive a certificate of designation, a set of trail markers, and a letter of recognition. Bethel Spring Recreational Preserve Trail System in Alabama is located on a nature preserve of 360 acres on Keel Mountain, with 200 acres open to the public for outdoor recreation. The preserve currently offers hikers 1.8 miles of free trails to explore from dawn to dusk daily, including upland forest, working farmland, historic sites, an environmentally significant spring and creek, as well as one of Madison County's largest waterfalls. Chapman Mountain Nature Preserve is a 459-acre property located just to the east of Huntsville, Alabama. With 3.28 miles of trails for visitors to explore, the preserve offers hiking, biking, and horseback riding trails open from dawn to dusk daily. An 18-hole disc golf offers another way to play outside, and a large open-air pavilion at the trailhead provides space for gatherings. Coming in at number 3 is the Green Mountain Recreation Preserve Trail System in Alabama. The preserve offers 4.9 miles of trails, varying from easy to difficult. The trail system offers the opportunity to explore natural features like streams and waterfalls and interesting historic features. Number 4 is the Farmdale Trail System in Illinois. This trail system is a network of mountain biking trails located on the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers Farmdale Reservoir area. The trail offers 16.3 miles of everything from wide, hardened dirt to twisting single-track trails. The trail system allows users to experience the hills, valleys, creeks, and standing timber of a time before agriculture transformed the area. Number 5 is the Green and Nolan Rivers Blue Way in Kentucky. This water trail is located within Mammoth Cave National Park, with sections in the neighboring Edmonton County and Nolan Lake tailwater. The Blue Way includes 36 miles of navigable waterway and 7 public access sites. The Blue Way offers paddlers the opportunity to explore the biological and geological wonders offered by the national park and surrounding area. Number 6 is the Crabtree Cove Trail in Missouri. Comprised of 3 separate loops, the Crabtree Cove Trail spans a total of 2.59 miles through U.S. Army Corps of Engineers Stockton Lake. While there are several trails offered around the dam area, the Crabtree Cove Trail is one of the most popular and is frequently used by the visiting public. This trail offers easy access to enjoy hikes, birdwatching, picnics, and swimming. Number 7 is the Piney Knob Trail System in North Carolina. This trail system consists of 13.5 miles of recreational hiking and mountain biking trails. All trails are dirt single-track trails and built in accordance with the International Mountain Bicycling Association standards, which provides for an excellent recreation experience. Number 8 is the Apache Creek Greenway in Texas. The Greenway is part of the Westside Creek Trails of the Howard W. Peak Greenway Trail System in San Antonio. It runs approximately 4 miles along Apache Creek and intersects with several city parks. The Apache Creek Greenway is an important part of San Antonio's West Side community as it ties together neighborhoods that embody the city's rich Mexican-American history and Hispanic culture. Number 9 is the Greenbrier River Trail in West Virginia. This trail is a 78-mile former railroad now used for hiking, biking, and horseback riding. It is the longest trail of its kind in West Virginia. The trail provides many breathtaking views as it passes through several small towns, crossing 35 bridges, goes through 2 tunnels, and cuts through some of West Virginia's most remote areas. Number 10 is the Confluence Trail in Wyoming. Fort Laramie National Historic Site's Confluence Trail offers a pleasant 1.6-mile stroll along the shady banks of 2 waterways, the North Platte and Laramie Rivers, as they near their confluence. The resulting riparian area has offered shelter and valuable resources for people and wildlife. The riparian band of vegetation contains a wide range of plant and wildlife habitats, much as it has throughout history. Like it or not, the time entry reservations policy at Rocky Mountain National Park is now in effect. Gone are the summer days when you could visit the park on the spur of the moment, and they may be gone forever if park officials decide to make this summer's pilot program permanent. But there are ways to navigate around the restrictions, which will be enforced through October 11th. Visitors entering on bicycles don't need reservations, for example, and that's a fantastic way to see the park if you're physically up for it. If not, you still have 3 options. 1. Get up early. 2. Get lucky. Or 3. Get ready to spend some bucks. It's good to keep in mind that there are 2 kinds of reservations, and the times when they are enforced differ significantly. Reservations are required from 5 a.m. until 6 p.m. if you want access to the popular Bear Lake Road corridor. Bear Lake Road provides easy access to many of the park's most popular destinations, including Glacier Basin, Sprague Lake, Bierstadt Lake, Glacier Gorge, and Emerald Lake. After you get through the entrance gate, another guard station is set up on Bear Lake Road where rangers will check to make sure you have the proper reservation to proceed. A Bear Lake reservation also allows access to the rest of the park. So, if you have your heart set on hiking to Emerald Lake or Glacier Gorge and you don't have a reservation, you can still do it as long as you arrive in time to get through the guard station before 5 a.m. And while that may seem brutally early, remember one of the principles of Colorado Hiking 101 is that you should get an early start to avoid afternoon thunderstorms. For access to the park excluding Bear Lake, reservations are required from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. That means you can still enjoy the drive over Trail Ridge Road, hike the Lumpy Ridge area, or visit the beautiful alluvial fan without a reservation as long as you get there before 9 a.m. or after 3 p.m. So here's where luck comes in. 25% of reservations are held back until 5 p.m. the day before the visit. That, park officials say, works out to be 602 Bear Lake reservations per day and 356 for access to the rest of the park. Reservations are made online through a dedicated website. It's recommended that you set up an account with recreation.gov before attempting to make reservations. We've put a link below in the description of this video, and who knows, you might just get lucky. And now for the pricey options. You don't need reservations to enter the park with outfitters that are permitted to operate tours there. We've included information below for Estes Park Trolleys, Scott Sporting Goods, and KEP Expeditions that offer trolley, van tours, fly fishing tours, and guided hikes throughout the park. These guided trips will cost you from $75 upwards to $450 per person, depending on what you want to do. See the links below, or drive in early or test your luck. Either way, Rocky Mountain National Park is a must-see destination and should be on your bucket list of places to hike.
I'm not Milos, and I'm not bad, but sometimes people give rule here, rule 17, rule 18A subsection D.
Well, maybe Milos, you just shouldn't go to the Rocky Mountain National Park. Stick with some place where, there's not so many rules. But, whatever trip you're on, it's good to have a plan. But sometimes even the best laid plans, sometimes they don't work out. Like if you got to deal with bears. Milos, have you ever had to deal with bears?
I give a bear a time or two. I get the black bear story and I give the brown bear story. I go for Alaska.
You've had both?
Both story.
Okay.
In Alaska, they call the brown bear is the grizzly.
Right.
But
Yep.
they got the claw.
Oh, yeah.
Always out claw.
Big
You can
bear.
Tell by the print, man. Dangerous. You got to be careful when you're
Danger than a Milos with blue hair.
If I got the blue hair, the bear stay away, like Chuck Norris. Come on.
Well, apparently right now they're having black bear problems on the Appalachian Trail, so let's head over there and see what's going on with the AT near Max Patch.
Part of the Appalachian Trail in the Pisgah and Nantahala National Forest is closed to camping due to aggressive bear activity. The campsite closures include a section from Grassy Fork Road to Max Patch Road, miles 245 to 253 on the Appalachian Trail. Hiking is still permitted, but camping is not. The closure follows repeated problems with a bear and its cubs getting too close to campers with food. No injuries have been reported, but the encounters have been with bears who took hikers' bear bags hanging from trees and rummaged through tents and camping equipment. Bears often stay in the area of the incident for several hours and have a long range that can extend for several miles. At this time of year, black bears are opportunistically looking for food that campers and hikers bring with them and leave near the shelters. In addition to the restricted area, hikers are encouraged to exercise caution in other areas where multiple bear encounters have been reported. Carter Gap Shelter to Betty Creek Gap, miles 92.5 to 96, in the southern Nantahala wilderness of the Nantahala National Forest, and Wildcat Top to Groundhog Creek Shelter, miles 246 to 248, on Snowbird Mountain in the Pisgah National Forest. The U.S. Forest Service strongly recommends visitors follow bear-wise practices listed at www.bearwise.org. 7 lost hikers were rescued last Monday after spending the night in the woods while trying to get to Ramona Falls near Mount Hood in Oregon. The hikers, all of whom were in their 20s, left for a day hike to a waterfall around 2 p.m. on Sunday. They ended up on the wrong trail after reading some inaccurate information online. Believing they were going the right way, they ran into an obstacle course of downed trees. The group attempted to head back, but it was getting dark, and by 10 p.m., the group was exhausted and decided to set up a makeshift campsite for the evening. After a sleepless night, one of the hikers was reportedly too tired to keep walking the following day, so 4 of the hikers went to find help while the other 3 stayed behind. A Clackamas County search and rescue crew found the hikers' cars at a trailhead around 9 a.m. on Monday, and a group of about 20 volunteers went to find them. The crew located all 7 hikers by 1 p.m. and led them to safety, carrying one of them on a specialized wheeled stretcher. The hikers and crew made it out safely around 8 p.m. on Monday, the hikers having spent about 30 hours in the woods. This Week in Backpacking recommends that all day hikers prepare for the unexpected by bringing a basic supply of overnight gear, food, water, and a GPS like the GARMIN INREACH Mini. Even without cell service, a device like the GARMIN INREACH allows you to stay in touch with family and friends, provides valuable navigation data, and allows you to summon emergency services if disaster strikes. Learn more about the GARMIN INREACH in the description of this video below.
Milos, you remember that time that you had to save me on the Superior Hiking Trail? It was 2019, and we're southbound, trying for an FKT, and I got tore up.
clear.
No shock
You didn't
advised.
have to start my
I
heart.
gave a defibrillation.
No. My feet had blisters.
Yeah, man, I
Like, really-
defibrillate the feet.
No, you
He
didn't
got
have to.
blister on top of blister, under blister, left, right blister.
I could barely walk.
This
Like,
guy, he's in the pain so much, and he can't have a walking. No matter what he do, he's gonna be pain, and
I didn't want to do it.
I said, give me your backpack.
But he took my backpack.
I take the backpack, put on me, and we're hike for a little while, and all of a sudden, we're gonna hear a talk, and there's the people walking.
And I'm like,
Give me my backpack!
backpack.
It's like, nobody give a C! Nobody give a C, you carry me backpack!
We make it back to the hotel after getting off the trail, and for the next 24 hours, he's pushing me around in a wheelchair.
Squeaky wheel.
But lucky for Milos, he just got back from Greece, and he did not have to be rescued. He did the hike, all's well. So we'd like to see Greece.
Oh, come on, let's go!
Take it. Where are you going? Milos, where are you going? Milos. Apparently he's swimming, I guess, to Greece. Milos, come back! Oh God.
I tell you, we can swim all the way across the ocean. Oh no, man. We're almost in the pocket. Yeah, Mama. How are you? No, man. I'm in the water. Hiking is very spectacular in Samaria Gorge, island of Crete. The jaw-dropping Samaria Gorge on Crete very popular with hiker. It's very easy for Milos understand why. This is 15 kilometer or standard measure 10-mile long walk take you through stunning biosphere reserve and some of the most unique scenery be found all of Greece. Samaria Gorge be found near the city of Chania on the island of Crete, and visitor can get to it just by taking pleasant hour-long bus ride, no chickens. The gorge is formed by a small river which run between the White Mountain and Mount Valkias. Although there are many gorges on Crete, Samaria Gorge by far largest and known for being second largest gorge in Europe. Village of Samaria used to be located inside of the gorge, but is gonna finally abandon that gorge by the last remaining inhabitant 1962, make way for Samaria Gorge Park. Village and gorge take a name from the village ancient church Osia Maria. A notable feature of this gorge on Crete is its home for a number of unique species, including the Cretan cri-cri goat. Almost all of the cri-cri goat who live outside of captivity call Samaria Gorge their home. Goat was one reason why Samaria Gorge became National Park 1962. Head of the gorge is at Zyloskalo, small village which offers some option for food and drink before brave walker take on the long, strenuous day ahead. Entrance fee for the gorge is American $6, but the gorge is only open hike for during the warmer spring and the summer. Why? This because a dangerous and difficult to navigate wind or rain, so important for visitor keep eye on the weather, as if any time forecast when planning a hike. Walking path end at the quaint village named Agia Rumeli, nestled between the gorge and the Libyan Sea. One of the most magical part of a hike in Samaria Gorge is stretch of trail referred to as the gates. This part of the impressive hike give walker slightly claustrophobic but impressive feel, as the sides of the gorge is gonna give a close in, leave a gap only 4 meters or standard measure 13 feet for hiker to slip through. Gorge wall reach straight up 300 meters or 980 feet along this stretch. This hike will often take people maybe 5 or 7 hours, not 60-40, 5 or 7 hours to complete, unless you are fast like the Milos. Just remember everyone, channel the goat, channel the goat, channel the goat.
The company Waymark is unleashing an updated version of their Mile backpack with updates that are sure to tick the boxes across a wide range of backpacking styles and user types. Available to the public on Monday, June 28th, this pack has been downsized from its original design from 30 liters to 28 liters with some key upgrades to the design. So what does this mean for the backpacking community? A backpack that's better designed and featured for those who want a smaller day pack with many of the features included in larger volume packs in Waymark's line. For the die-hard ultralighters out there, we finally have a pack that's ultra light, ultra featured, and ultra durable for even the roughest of environments. Got some young ones at home who want to join you on the trail? This pack is an excellent size and volume for those double-digit kiddos who want to get out there and backpack just like you. This week in backpacking got a chance to get our hands on one of these new packs, and we'll be releasing a first look detailed video on the newly redesigned Mile backpack from Waymark later this week before it hits the market. We pride ourselves on the details here at This Week in Backpacking, so be sure to watch for this video coming up soon with all the specs and eye candy on this brand new backpack.
I gotta say, Miloscrete looks pretty freaking amazing, but I gotta tell you, that looks like a place with a lot of rules. I thought you weren't really down with the rules and the restrictions.
Milos not down for rule, but if you give a chance for me, I'm gonna break rule number 2, rule number 7, all the way up for 18.
All right, Milos, so you just got done with Crete. Where are you gonna head to next? Russia, maybe Indonesia, Asia? Where are you gonna head?
Passport restriction, Russia, Ukraine. Can't go for Czech Republic anymore because I just come back. I think maybe for Gypsy Camp we're gonna find another island they're gonna give good.
All right, how about this? Have you ever heard of the Pacific Crest Trail?
Is by the ocean?
Yeah, it's close. It's not right on the
Is it
ocean.
on the wave of a crest of a Pacific?
It's in the United States. It's on the West Coast. It's one of the big 3 trails. And right now, Trips and I actually have a friend. He goes by the name of Craig M. We got a chance to meet Craig on the Appalachian Trail back in 2016. And right now, he's doing a through hike northbound of the Pacific Crest Trail. So we're going to check in on Craig M., better known as Spielberg.
In 2016, while hiking southbound on the Appalachian Trail, Trips and I came across one of our favorite YouTubers of the year, Craig M., better known as Spielberg. Spielberg is a New York City boy who was taking on a northbound through hike of the AT with very little hiking experience. What captivated us so much about Craig was his willingness and ability to show his inexperience and vulnerabilities on trail. From a hair-raising mouse encounter to his initial unwillingness to sleep alone in the woods, Spielberg took us on a journey of awakening and self-growth. He struggled but ultimately prevailed, summiting Mount Katahdin a very different person from the one that started on Springer Mountain in Georgia. With the newfound confidence and growth of an AT through hike behind him, Spielberg went on to explore the world, completing the Tour de Mont Blanc through Switzerland, Italy and France, and the Camino de Santiago in Spain, and Scotland's West Highland Way. I encourage all of you to check out Spielberg's channel as he takes on a northbound through hike of the Pacific Crest Trail. Craig started in May, which is late for a Nobo hike of the PCT, so it'll be exciting to see what's in store for him as he makes his way north to Canada. Craig's currently on episode 3 of his hike, so be sure to find him on YouTube by searching Craig M-Spielberg or click on the link we've put for you in the description of this video below. Craig, if you're watching, it was great meeting you on the AT, and we wish you the best of luck on your PCT journey.
So what do you think, Milos? Through hike, 2,000, 3,000 miles? We can do it, right?
Yeah, I could probably do maybe 3,000 miles. How long will we go for?
4 to 6 months.
46 months.
No. 4 to...
Just like 2 years, man.
No, 4 to 6 months.
I'm gonna have to bring 3 pairs of shoes.
I want to thank my special guest here, Milos, filling in for Trips. She wanted to be here, but she knows we're in good hands with Milos.
Yeah, got the big hand. And if you got the big hand, hit the bell notification and subscribe button, and you're gonna win a free set. We're gonna send them straight to your house of Milos replica tooth.
I don't know if they want. I don't know if they want that.
Pointy one is special for Coco with the walnut.
If you guys have anything to add, maybe a comment, maybe a new section for the show, drop us a line at thisweekinbackpacking@gmail.com. That's gonna do it for this week, guys. Thanks again for tuning in.
And we'll see you next week
on this week
in the
backpacking. See you later.
Where do you still watch? Go home or press off or space bar. Look at you. You can just go, man. Why are you still watching me watch? I got nothing for you no more. But it's very good for watch. So bye. man, you can hear the ocean in there. He's like a seashell.